If I could go back 5 years and give my beginner self some investing advice, I probably have thousands more invested today. Because as a beginner, I thought I needed to be an expert. I thought I needed loads of money to get started, and I thought one wrong decision could cost me everything. But I was completely wrong. So if you're thinking about investing, here are the 5 beginner investing mistakes that cost me the most money and how you can avoid every single one of them. Mistake number one, waiting until I knew enough. When I first decided I wanted to invest, fear immediately crept in. I kept thinking, what if I lose all my money? Looking back, I wasn't scared of investing, I was scared of making a mistake I couldn't undo. So I didn't start. Instead, I started researching. I watched YouTube videos, read books, listened to podcasts, and every answer led to another opinion, another strategy, which only made things worse and stopped me from doing anything. I told myself I was learning, but really, I was just procrastinating. And here's what I wish I'd understood sooner. Waiting has a cost. Not because you're losing money every day, but because you're losing time. Let's say you invested just £300 every month, earning an average annual return of around 8%. After 16 years, that could grow into more than £100,000. Not because you picked the perfect investment, not because you timed the market, simply because you started and kept going. Waiting cost me years of compound growth, and that's why starting early matters so much. The earlier you begin, the longer compound growth has to do the heavy lifting. So if you're waiting until you know everything before you start, don't. Start where you are with what you can afford. You don't have to know everything before you begin. You only need to know enough to take the first step. Everything else becomes easier once you're actually invested. And eventually, I did take the first step, but unfortunately, I made an even bigger mistake that cost me a lot of money. Mistake number two, thinking investing should be exciting. Once I finally started investing, I thought the goal was to beat the market. At the time, everyone was talking about Tesla, so I bought Tesla too. I remember thinking, finally, I'm investing. But very quickly, it became exhausting. Elon was constantly tweeting. Tesla was always in the news. The price seemed to move every day. One day I felt like a genius. The next I felt so confused. I found myself constantly checking my portfolio. Eventually, I sold at a loss and I felt so defeated. But that's when I learned a valuable lesson. Investing isn't supposed to be exciting. It's actually supposed to be a little boring. Looking back, buying individual stocks wasn't the problem. They were just the wrong place for me to start. So I had to find another strategy. And the biggest benefit of that strategy wasn't actually higher returns, it was the peace of mind. I stopped checking my investments every day, stopped making emotional decisions, and started investing without it taking over my life. If investing feels exciting every day, you're probably taking more risks than you need to. So how do you avoid that? As a beginner, I think you need a strategy that takes emotion out of the equation. That's exactly what I eventually discovered, and it's what we're getting into next. Mistake number three, not learning about index funds sooner. After the mistake I made with Tesla, I almost convinced myself investing just wasn't for me. To be honest, I was a little scarred, but I didn't want to give up. I knew I just needed a strategy that actually suited me. That's when I discovered broad market index funds and everything finally clicked. They didn't change my life because they made me rich overnight. They changed my life because they stopped me making expensive emotional decisions. At this point, you're probably thinking, okay, but what actually is an index fund? An index fund is simply one investment that owns tiny pieces of hundreds of companies. So instead of trying to guess whether Apple, Amazon, or Nvidia will perform best, you own all of them. Think of it like this. Buying one stock is like backing one horse to win a race. An index fund is like owning the whole racetrack. You don't care which horse wins because whichever one succeeds, you benefit. You're not trying to predict the winner, you're backing the whole market. Once I started using this strategy, it removed the pressure to constantly make decisions. Without even realizing it, I'd found the investing strategy I've been looking for all along. I call it lazy investing. That's why if you're just starting out, I'd focus on broad market index funds. They're low cost, diversified, and perfect for beginners. And if you're sitting there thinking, this all sounds great, but I still don't fully understand how it all works, don't worry. I've put together a beginner's investing cheat sheet that explains everything in plain English. You can download it completely for free using the link below. But even after I discovered index funds, I still managed to overcomplicate investing. Mistake number four, chasing the perfect setup. You'd think after discovering index funds, I'd finally have everything figured out. But no, I still believed I needed the perfect setup. I thought I needed an impressive portfolio, thousands of pounds to get started, and perfect timing. Turns out I needed none of those. If I was starting again today, I'd keep it super simple. The first thing I'd do is build an emergency fund because once I had that, investing stopped feeling scary. If life throws an unexpected expense at you, you won't feel forced to sell your investments at the worst possible time. Next, I'll choose a low-cost investment platform. Think of this as the app or website you'll use to buy your investments. And while you're setting everything up, make sure you're investing through a tax-efficient account. So I'd open a stocks and shares ISA if I lived here in the UK or a Roth IRA if I lived in the US. After that, I'll choose one broad market index fund. Then I'd invest my first amount. And this is important. Start with whatever you can afford, whether that's £50 or £100 a month. I started with £250 a month because that's all I could afford. Over time, that grew into a six-figure investment portfolio because the habit matters much more than the amount. And that's it. Looking back, this was really the beginning of my lazy investing system. No complicated portfolio, no perfect strategy, just start. You can always improve your strategy later. Progress always beats perfection. Now, if all of this still feels overwhelming, don't worry about having to do everything perfectly. Your only job this week is to choose an investment platform, pick one diversified index fund, invest your first amount. That's enough. But after all of that, I realized something even more important. Having the right investments wasn't enough. I had to learn how to stick with them. Mistake number 5, focusing on returns instead of behavior. Looking back, this was probably the biggest mindset shift of all. I used to think successful investing was about finding the next company that would 10x my money. It isn't. Successful investing is about becoming the kind of person who keeps investing, even when the markets fall, even when the headlines are scary, even when everyone else is panicking. The difficult part isn't knowing that markets can recover, it's staying invested long enough to benefit from the recovery. Your greatest advantage isn't intelligence, it's consistency. The people who quietly build wealth usually aren't the smartest investors, they're the ones who keep showing up. So, how do you become that kind of investor? Automate your investments because that's how wealth gets built quietly in the background. Ignore the noise. The markets will go up and down. That's completely normal. Your job isn't to react, your job is to stay invested. And leave your portfolio alone because every time you make an emotional decision, you make it harder to stay invested for the long term. That's what lazy investing really means. It's not about doing nothing, it's about making a few smart decisions once so you don't have to keep making them forever. Your investment strategy matters, but your behavior matters even more. And that's the lesson I really wish someone had taught me right at the beginning. Looking back, I don't think investing is difficult. I think starting is difficult. Once you realize successful investing isn't about predicting the future or finding the next winning stock, everything becomes much more simpler. You just need a simple strategy, time, and consistency. That's why I love lazy investing. You build a system and let your money work quietly in the background. The funny thing is, I spent years thinking I needed to know everything before I started, but starting is what taught me everything I know today. And that's exactly why I wanted to make this video. So hopefully you don't spend years making the same mistakes I did. I'd love to know in the comments, which one of these 5 mistakes can you relate to the most? Or if you've already started investing, what's one thing you wish someone had told you sooner? And if you're thinking, okay, I know what not to do, but what should I actually do instead? Watch this video next where I'll walk you through the simple investing strategy I personally use, why I call it lazy investing, and how it helped me build a 6-figure investment portfolio. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you there.